hung out our transfer stockings last night at the end of the bed and we couldn't get any sleep because it's June the 10th. The transfer window is officially open this morning. And could we see some big names arriving in the Premier League and even a few leaving?
Well, our reporter Anton Toloui is here to look ahead to what is going to be a very busy window. It always is. Good morning to you, Anton. We're going to focus on these three players behind us here. We'll start with Darwin Nunez. Liverpool looking to sign the forward from Benfica. What would he bring to the front line?
Well, hopefully, goals. That's what he certainly brought Benfica last season. Liverpool remain favourites. Benfica won around 100 million euros, but I say only 80 million of that needs to be paid up front. So that's £68 million initial outlay. Quiet first season in Lisbon. He only got 6 league goals, and then last season he just exploded. 34 goals in all competitions. Mainly plays through the middle, but can play a little bit out wide, can play a little bit deeper, which gives that sort of, means he can meld into a front three probably quite well. He's happy to track back as well. So you could really see him potentially fitting into Jurgen Klopp's system. And of course, he scored at Anfield last season in the Champions League for Benfica against Liverpool. And he was the standout player for the Benfica in that 3-3 draw. So, his agent, Jorge Mendes, is obviously keen to make a deal happen. Reports in Portugal suggested yesterday that Manchester United were meeting with a certain Mr. Mendes to discuss Darwin Nunez, but obviously Nunez wants Champions League football. He wants to move to Anfield, so at the moment Liverpool are very much the favourites. Yeah,
incredible. Well, like you say, you make a great point there. Cracking season last season, not so many goals the season before. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it's interesting because Benfica spent a club record on him, 24 million euro from a player from the Spanish second division. So clearly they thought, we'll give him time, we'll let him develop. They have such faith in him. And they were right to. Brighton really wanted him 12 months ago. They really wanted him 24 months ago. And they couldn't get a deal done because Benfica was so certain that this kid is the guy. And he's proven to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Newcastle made a big push in Jan as well, but couldn't get him in January because, of course, Benfica was still in the Champions League. So we'll keep a close eye on that one. And it has a knock-on effect, doesn't it, to one of the other guys behind us here, Sadio Mane, and his future in the jostling there. What's the latest?
Yeah, it looks like the Mane money will partially pay for Nunez's deal, basically. Liverpool have so far rejected 2 bids from Bayern. The last one around €30 million. 7 million of that were in bonuses. So some of the bonuses were quite far-fetched.
Yeah, they were incredible. Had to win the Ballon d'Or 3 times. Champions League 3 times.
Exactly. So Liverpool want a figure closer to 50 million. So you think maybe they'd meet in the middle, which isn't too dissimilar to what Liverpool paid for him. Look, it's clear. Bayern want a senior forward. Mane is their top target. Liverpool don't want to lose him for free. They reluctantly will let him go if they get the right price. Kind of feels a little bit like when as opposed to if.
Talk about kind of merry-go-rounds in transfers and domino effects as well. If Mane does go to Bayern Munich, what does that mean for Robert Lewandowski?
Well, you'd think it's not a like-for-like replacement, is it? But you'd think, this is, or like I said, the domino effect, because the player's been really quite outspoken about how his emotions are connected to getting a move away from Bayern. He feels like his time there is done. It seems Barcelona is his first choice. Barcelona understandably want him, but the problem is Barcelona are broke. They're flat broke. They need to raise hundreds of millions of pounds to be able to not be in the same situation last year where they can't register new players. So they're off trying to buy fillet steak when they can't even afford a pepperami at the moment. And this is what I don't understand. Like they're trying to sort of still say we are the place that big players want to go to. And that's what they've been missing the last couple of years. That's why they've sort of they've gone out and signed Ferran Torres, they've gone out and signed Aubameyang, who are big players, but they're not quite that level that Lewandowski's been. He's been arguably one of the best strikers in the last decade. That's the kind of signing they want to make. They're going to try and get their finances in order, and then they're going to try and bring him in.
Lewandowski, Premier League. That's what he's saying. He's saying Lewandowski's going to come to the Premier League, Tom. Exciting.
I hope so.
I mean, I'll take it, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it, but I'll definitely take it.
Yeah, no, I'm reading between the lines here. That would be incredible. And Romelu Lukaku, I mean, this has been one of the greats on social media, the Romelu Lukaku saga. There's been so much chat about sort of, obviously he looked like the final piece of the jigsaw coming back to Chelsea. He was incredible in Serie A at Inter Milan and just hasn't quite, after a promising start, just kind of petered out a bit his season, didn't it? Returned to Milan, do you think, to play for Inter? Is that looking likely?
That's clearly what he would like. He's clearly sort of unhappy at Chelsea and wants to go back to Inter. And the problem is kind of twofold with Inter. One, how much do they want him? And two, can they afford him? Now, the front page of Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy today gives us a suggestion of one of those questions that is answered. Because basically the front page of their paper says, look, Inzaghi votes for Lukaku. He, behind the scenes, is pushing for the club to sign Romelu Lukaku. Now, that is huge, obviously, because it means that, look, they want to have a new strike force of Romelu Lukaku and Paulo Dybala next season as well, who's obviously potentially coming in from Juventus. That would cost a lot of money. We know Inter don't have that much money compared to other big European teams. So Milan Skriniar and Denzel Dumfries are two players potentially moving away for big money. Skriniar is a big target of Paris Saint-Germain, for example. So if they can get those deals done. But Tommy, remember, we talked about Lukaku a lot over the last couple of years on the transfer programmes, haven't we? And it took Inter so much time when they signed him from United to get the finances right and persuade United that the bonuses were right and the payment structure. I can see that happening again here with Chelsea. It's not going to be an easy deal financially to sort out, given how much Chelsea paid for him and his wages.
Yeah, exactly. Right, well, this one could go on all summer. Anton, thank you.